Said that Speed and Kai shouldn't be on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yeah, he's racist.
There's no way.
Twitch CEO Dan Clancy is facing backlash and being called racist after initially praising Kai and placing him on the Mount Rushmore of streamers.
So obviously Kai's there.
Clancy switched up once he got around a different group of people and suddenly refused to include two of the biggest streamers in the world who just so happen to be black on his personal Mount Rushmore of streaming.
You know, in other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. And then I was like, oh no, and I swapped Speed out for Queso.
Which is crazy considering whether you've ever logged into Twitch or not, there are two streamers' names across the world that everyone knows. Kai and Speed. And that's for good reason. Over the last few years, these two have become the most dominant and influential streamers on the planet, breaking records, redefining culture, and taking streaming to new heights that no one ever thought was possible. Kai maximized relationships and turned collabs into routines, making himself the go-to streamer for any A-list celebrity, especially during his Mafia-thons.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
And Speed took streaming global, pulling up in different countries around the world and being treated like an absolute rock star.
Hush! 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 Hush!
There are a bunch of interchangeable names, just depending on what attributes you choose to rank streamers past and present. But with any metric used, it's hard to find two streamers more deserving than Kai and Speed. So when Clancy excluded them, a lot of people saw it as another example of black creators driving the culture but not receiving credit for it. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
Right, okay. So obviously Kai's there, right? And if you're going to Mount Rushmore streamers, obviously I think Ninja has to be there, right?
Yep.
Those are two easy ones. And then I think you probably put Pokey there as, you know, in other words, as a female streamer. If you go back in time, there's so many, you know, yeah, there's so many now. It's tough for me to pick another person now, if that makes sense. You know, actually, I'll throw, the other person now, obviously, that is trying to change it like you with Speed, right? And, you know, because he's constantly, much like yourself, always trying to think, what can I do that's different than happened in the past, right? Yeah. And it's tricky when you go in the past. I've been asked this before, because you go in the past, and after Ninja there, you know, you got Tim, you got Nick, you got, you know, all these folks that, you know, oh, actually, no, I'll tell you the one. I'll tell you the one that I might throw in there then, going even further back, is Co-Carnage.
Who's that?
You don't know Co? Oh, Co is like the OG who was...
Co-Carnage?
Co-Carnage.
Co-Carnage.
Co-Carnage, yeah.
To go from being on the Mafia-thon and putting Kai on the Mount Rushmore streamers by default to this switch up is crazy.
You kind of, it probably should be more historical.
Yeah.
You know, in other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet.
See, I put it should be Speed, Kai, Queso.
Right.
When like, no, there's like so.
Well, initially when I was doing it, because of course part of it is you just don't remember people. And initially I mentioned Speed, and then I was like, oh no, and I swapped Speed out for Queso.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it can be ignored how comfortable Dan was talking down Kai in a room full of other people while he wasn't there. And even if you went with the original list that he said, Ninja, Pokimane, Kai, and another streamer that most people never heard of, including Kai himself, Kai would still be on that list because past or present, he's the most accomplished and influential streamer in Twitch history. In 2025, Kai became the first streamer to reach over 1 million subs, which I think is the most understated and underappreciated accomplishment ever. However, on day 11 of the phase subathon, they reached a combined 378,000 subs combined as a group, which just puts in better context Kai's accomplishment. Meanwhile, other streamers like Lacey, who are currently going through a subathon, are struggling to keep up.
Shit is just hard, bro. People don't understand in this chat. You guys don't understand how difficult it actually is to fucking be on camera 13 days straight. Kai was up 20 hours, 18 hours a day and did whole streams without sleep. You're just lazy. Really. Damn. Kai must have fucking superpowers. I don't know, this one's been... Last one was easy for me. Like, I didn't have any trouble at all. I was fine. I, like, didn't have any problems, but right now it's, like, day 14. And yesterday I don't know.
Yesterday?
I was like, today.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I was so sad today. I was just, like, down. My vibes were shot.
Yeah.
My stream crashed 5 times.
Yeah, that shit.
And I was like talking on stream. I was saying like I don't know if I could do a subathon. I don't know if I could finish it.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know why, but I'm trying, but my mental's just cooked.
Not to mention, Kai is the most followed streamer on Twitch, and at this point, he's just breaking his own records. Clancy's switch-up was so disrespectful and dismissive to Kai's legacy that even other streamers felt a way about it.
Said that Speed and Kai shouldn't be on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yeah, he's racist.
There's no way. How the
Nigga, how the fuck a nigga who had $1 million?
Wait for November 15th.
That nigga had $1 million.
No, wait for November 15th. Let's get our payout.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Dan Clancy, you know you my dog. Not gonna lie, I still love them Twitch socks that you sent me a couple years ago, bro. Thank you, bro. I need
Nobody
that.
sends you those Twitch socks, bro. Huh? Nobody sends you those Twitch socks.
Usually these type of ranking lists are super subjective, except this one came from Twitch's CEO. And after being in Kai's face and saying one thing, and then saying something completely different behind his back, it comes off like hate, or like Silky said, just racist. Because Kai by a long shot was the most watched streamer in Q3. Of course it had to do with the Mafia-thon, but when you see him literally doubling the next closest person, which is ishowspeed, how can he not be on the Mount Rushmore, past or present streamers? Even if you take the numbers out of it and just look at the social impact, you see how big Streamer University was and how it had the whole world captivated and how many streamers blew up out of it.
I went from when I was like right before I got accepted
How much are you averaging?
Like maybe 18 viewers.
18?
18, yeah.
How much followers did you have before?
2.9 thousand.
How much you got now?
45,522.
Shit, everybody for the 200K, bro. That shit's crazy as fuck, bro. 100? Yo, hold on. I started out with 33K. I'm leaving with 200K.
How can you not acknowledge Kai's influence or say he has more work to do? And the same could be said for ishowspeed, who is arguably a bigger global star than Kai is.
They are like the 3 most influential content creators of this generation.
I would say I'm one of the most influential content creators of all time.
Of all time?
All time. This generation, though, I'd say me, Kai Cenat, I would say Black Boy Max. People would say Speed, though. But I feel like Speed is in the lane of, like, you can't redo what Speed doing.
Right, like, you know? Only he could do it.
Only Speed can do what Speed do.
This is a dude that broke his own record of 1 million concurrent viewers. He is mobbed by fans in every country he goes to along his global tour.
Yo, passport?
Tell me Philippines. Oh my God, I'm getting chills right now.
He just wrapped up his US tour, meeting with some of the biggest superstars in the world.
Let's go, come on, get out, come on, come on.
Oh, he did it.
What was it?
4.49.
449. Come on.
How'd you do it?
You did it. You got a little
I know it
pissed
took a
off.
little minute.
We got pissed off and you did it, bro.
Tom, you,
Way to go, baby.
and you pushed me.
Way to go.
And doing things in a much different way than Kai, which makes them two of the greats. Really, the only argument is who is the GOAT of streaming. Because Kai and Speed should be on everybody's Mount Rushmore, especially when you have Twitch going out of their way to promote their platform using Kai. And Twitter wasn't going for it. Swapping black streamers that have created and broken every record there is for an unfunny white streamer is crazy work. And I guess I was specifically about Clancy saying that he would take out Speed and put in Queso. But if we're just talking from a numbers perspective, that doesn't make sense. And if we're talking from a longevity perspective, that doesn't make sense either. Because Kai, Speed, and Queso have all been streaming around the same time. And actually, Kai and Speed might have started earlier than Queso. My Mount Rushmore streamers, Aiden, Speed, Kai, and Rice Gum, which I don't think too many people will argue with. Maybe Rice Gum will be the one revolving chair in this scenario. I think a lot of people feel like Aiden was the real pioneer of this generation, and Kai took the torch and the formula and ran with it and made it bigger than it ever was. But I definitely understand a lot of people putting Aiden on the list, and maybe some people would switch out Rice Gum with Ninja. In my opinion, the modern day Mount Rushmore, Aiden, Ninja, Kai, and Speed, they've taken streaming to heights that will never be replicated again. Not to be all woke and shit, but this is 100% racially motivated. Promoting Kai using the old Cash Money style cover is definitely funny. His argument makes no sense to me. Like, fine, don't put Speed on your Mount Rushmore since he's on YouTube, but not putting Kai on your list because of longevity and then picking Queso instead. Yeah, that's exactly my point. I think they started streaming the same year, or maybe Kai started a year before Queso. So in what way, shape, or form can you include Queso on a list and not Kai? I just know that White Devil would rather put Amaranth or Asian Bunny on his Mount Rushmore. I mean, he did say Pokemon. Nah, 2023, he has been hating as soon as he seen niggas take over the platform. Wow. Twitch CEO was mad when Speed won. That's a bad look, especially when you're going out of your way to not include the biggest black streamers in the world, two of the biggest streamers in the world, period, on your Mount Rushmore. I've achieved a lot of things, so I don't want to ever let anybody down. Kai barely slept, never took a nap, was never off cam, and always brought energy every single day. What he does isn't easy, but he makes it look easy. He's really the GOAT. And other people are just calling out the hypocrisy of how Kai is viewed compared to other streamers. Based on what I've seen, Kai farming subs equals begathon. Anyone else farming subs, a normal subathon. It was obvious already, but people just wanted a reason to discredit him reaching 1 million subs. Crazy something is only bad if Kai does it. I notice every time people try to discredit everything Kai does, but let another streamer do it after him. And those same people try to find loopholes to negate Kai and uplift the other streamers if they're not doing the exact same thing. I don't think anybody's wrong for calling out Clancy or seeing what he did as a snake move. While in Kai's face in the black room, he praised Kai and ranked him on his Mount Rushmore. But around non-black people, he suddenly said Kai wasn't good enough and neither was Speed. Which, like I said at the beginning, makes no sense because by every metric imaginable, Kai is the biggest streamer to do it, period. If this was Clancy's Mount Rushmore of gamers or Fortnite players, then fine. But overall streamers, there's no way to not include Kai and Speed. And for any person of color, it's hard to not see race play a part in all of this. Because if Kai was a white streamer, if this was Ninja doing all of this, is there any way that Clancy wouldn't put him on his Mount Rushmore? And to many of us, this just feels like another case of America loving black culture, but not black people. Because seriously, even Aiden has Speed and Kai in his Mount Rushmore.
Okay, my actual four, I'm gonna say Aiden, Speed, Kai, and probably Ninja. To be honest, probably Ninja.
Dude, you can't put yourself though. Come on, you can't put yourself, can you?
But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.